So Tammy, what happened to this little guy last night?
Well, about 5:30 last night, he got hold of a chicken leg and ate it, and I got really upset because I'd always heard that if they eat a chicken bone, it splinters, which could cut their insides up, or if they throw it up, they could cut their throat. So I was panicky and always told that that's something they cannot do.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually, in the book Dog Dish Diet, and then when I talk to people, I tell them I feed raw chicken bones, raw chicken wings, and raw chicken thighs. And people just, they're amazed because they've heard this. Now, baked and barbecue bones can be dangerous. But if a dog chews up a chicken bone with these wonderful teeth they have, dogs have carnasial teeth, like scissor action. And if you look at the teeth, one carnasial tooth is on the outside and one's on the inside. And they work like scissors to chop up the bones. It's just like a garbage disposal. So if the bones are small and really chewed up, it doesn't cause any problem whatsoever. But if a dog is a gulper, swallower, and he chomps on a bone and it splinters, then it can cause a problem. But in 30 years, I've only seen chicken bones cause one problem. So I think it's a myth. I know you weren't.
And does the stomach acid have something to do with that?
Well, yeah, dogs have evolved to eat bones. They will, what they'll do is they chew them up, and stomach acid and the digestive processes are adapted to dissolving bones. So all you'll see is a white poop. So for the next couple of days. So that's usually the thing that happens. Now, if a dog gets into a bunch of barbecue T-bones or a turkey carcass, those are the most common things, and they eat a whole bunch, they can get constipated or have a blockage. And the blockage can actually stop, the bones will stop like a piece of cement, and they'll cause the intestine to get compromised, and actually it can start to rot or die off. And that is a problem that might need surgery. So that's with a bunch of steak bones or turkey carcass, and that happens commonly after a big barbecue. Some dog gets in the garbage, or after Thanksgiving they eat the whole turkey carcass. But this little guy didn't do that. He just chomped a little bit of a chicken bone. The thing you do if your dog eats a chicken bone barbecued is you give it a little bread to coat the stomach or feed it a meal so that it has that to go around the bones so they can make their way down the intestine together. If you're really worried, you can make your dog vomit with some food-grade hydrogen peroxide. You give them several tablespoons and they'll vomit it all up. But then the bones have to come up again, and that might not be a good choice. So here's the saga of the chicken bone. So here's Rocky's abdomen in the X-ray, and if we look closely, we'll see here's Rocky's heart and his lungs, and the lung filled is black because it's filled with air. Here's the liver, and then here's the intestines. Here's the vertebrae, and here's the pelvis. Here's the colon. It's filled with poop, and the colon has little white flecks in it, and those are little tiny pieces of bone that Rocky chewed up. So there's no big pieces of bone that we have to worry about in Rocky's intestines. And Rocky's acting perfectly normal. When I palpate his abdomen, it's perfectly relaxed. So Rocky wants to go back to Tammy. Look at him. Please, rescue me, I hate this. Oh, I hate this really badly. But what we usually do if a dog has eaten a bone is I will feel his abdomen, or her abdomen, and I'll feel for tightness or pain. And that's something a veterinarian really knows how to do, and you might not be able to do, but you can take your hand like a cup up into the abdomen and just push your fingers together very slowly. And sometimes if a dog really resists, they'll go, ugh, ugh. Oh, that's a good sound effect. And they'll really be painful. And if that's the case, then you should go ahead and go right into the veterinarian. Especially if they're vomiting too. That's a bad sign, and a lot of bloody diarrhea is a sign. So those are the most common signs that you really want to take your dog in. But there's no real pain or problems. And then I'll sometimes look, because bones can sometimes get caught up in the roof of the mouth. So look all around the teeth to see if there's any pieces that are caught up in there. And sometimes the bones will get caught right up in there. But there's no bones. And Rocky just says, I just love the exam, but I gotta go. I got things to do. Okay.
So signs that your dog isn't doing well after eating a bunch of bones could be vomiting, any diarrhea, any straining, or just not feeling well. You know you can't give your dog a Pepsid if it vomits a few times. It will settle its stomach. And those dosages on my website, dogdishdiet.com. If your dog's not feeling very well or looking puny after it got into the garbage and ate a bunch of steak bones, a bunch of rib bones, or a whole turkey carcass, take it into the vet. And if it isn't feeling good just after a few bones, please take it into the vet. If your dog ever looks like it needs to go, err on the side of safety. It's too important. But remember, I do feed my dogs raw chicken wings, frozen. I also feed them raw frozen chicken thighs to help clean their teeth, because dogs just don't get that much to chew on anymore. Kibble isn't really enough for most dogs to keep their teeth clean. The best way you can keep your dog's teeth clean is by feeding it something to chew on, also brushing their teeth, but many people don't want to and the dogs hate it. And also there's a new product from Avorapet. It's a probiotic, and the bacteria in the probiotic actually secrete hydrogen peroxide to keep the teeth clean. And that's at evorapet.com, evorapet.com. Anyway, well, have a good day and enjoy that barbecued chicken. Here's Dr. Greg. See ya.